Angel Reese has just been banned from the WNBA for steroid use, and the entire sports world is reeling. But no one was more direct and fearless in confronting the scandal than ESPN's own Stephen A. Smith. The moment the story broke, he didn't wait, didn't stutter, and didn't soften the blow. On live TV, Smith slammed Reese for what he called the greatest embarrassment to hit women's basketball in a decade. With millions of viewers watching, he called out her behavior, her attitude, and her complete lack of accountability. Smith didn't rely on rumors. He focused on the confirmed facts, the failed tests, the pattern of dishonesty, and the way Reese kept playing the victim, even after her lies were exposed. "This ain't about fame, this ain't about color, this is about truth," he shouted. And the truth is, Angel Reese cheated, period. He reminded the audience that while Caitlin Clark was working harder than anyone else, Reese was secretly gaining an edge using banned substances and pretending to be the hero. Smith was sick of it, and so was the league. The message was clear. This wasn't just a mistake. This was a calculated decision to cheat, to lie, and to make excuses when the truth came out. Angel Reese crossed a line, and now the league, the media, and the fans are done with her. Smith's words echoed across every sports show, every news outlet, every locker room. Angel Reese is not the victim, she's the villain, and this time, there's no comeback story. Shortly after Caitlin Clark's historic win made headlines, the WNBA released a statement confirming Angel Reese had been banned from the league after testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs. What followed was not an apology, not an acceptance of fault, but a complete and chaotic meltdown. According to multiple sources close to the situation, Reese began lashing out at teammates, league staff, and even her own representative. In what insiders described as total emotional collapse, she stormed out of a team meeting, accused league executives of targeting her, and broke down crying on camera during a scheduled interview. But instead of owning up to the truth, she doubled down. On social media, Reese launched into a rant-filled livestream, blaming the media, blaming the WNBA, and once again targeting Caitlin Clark, claiming Clark was being protected by the league while she was being set up. Her behavior shocked even those who once supported her. One source said this wasn't the confident Angel people admired. This was someone spiraling out of control. While Clark stayed focused, silent, and respectful, Reese kept exploding, making herself look guilty with every post, every outburst, and every denial. Fans watching were stunned. The meltdown wasn't just emotional, it was public, loud, and destructive. What started as a suspension quickly became a full-blown disaster. The league had its proof, and now the world had its image. Angel Reese, raging, crying, blaming everyone but herself, as the truth closed in and the mask finally slipped. As the news spread and the backlash intensified, Angel Reese's professional image began collapsing in real time. One by one, brands that had once celebrated her started cutting ties. Nike cancelled their upcoming deal before it was ever announced. Gatorade removed her name from their athlete portal. An upcoming fashion collab that had her lined up as the face of a major campaign deleted all related promo material without a single word. Industry insiders said companies wanted to avoid the firestorm completely. One rep admitted, "We can't afford to be linked to someone caught cheating." Meanwhile, Reese's teammates started backing away. Several unfollowed her on social media. One posted a cryptic message that read, "You make your choices, now face them." Even the WNBA itself appeared to want nothing more to do with her. Her All-Star Weekend appearances were cancelled. Her image was pulled from promotional posters. Invitations to press events quietly disappeared. Within 72 hours, the girl who once claimed to be the most influential figure in women's basketball had become untouchable. Sponsors didn't just drop her, they erased her. The silence was louder than any press conference. Those who once defended her now refused to speak at all. And through it all, Caitlin Clark kept playing, kept winning, and kept her mouth shut. While Reese begged for attention through tantrums and tweets, Clark's name rose without effort. And in that contrast, the truth was clear. Reese was falling fast, and no one was going to catch her. Then came the leaks that ended any debate. A series of official medical documents were released to the press by a WNBA staffer who claimed the league had been trying to keep things quiet. These files weren't rumors or speculation, they were hard proof. Multiple test results showed Angel Reese had tested positive for banned performance-enhancing substances not once, but at least 3 different times over the last year. The documents included timestamps, substance details, and direct communication between Reese's team doctors and league officials. It was all there in black and white. One internal report noted how Reese's body had undergone sudden and unnatural changes in muscle definition and recovery rate, pointing to possible drug use. Another showed that she had refused to submit a supplement log, a standard league requirement, raising even more suspicion. And to make matters worse, leaked footage from a private training session showed Reese receiving an injection from an unauthorized trainer. The video, verified by digital experts, lined up perfectly with the timeline of her test failures. The evidence was overwhelming. There was no way to spin this, no way to lie her way out. Every excuse she had given up to this point collapsed under the weight of actual facts. And while the public was still trying to process it, the WNBA was already preparing the next step: punishment. The league didn't waste time. The WNBA released a brutal but clear official statement confirming that Angel Reese had been found in violation of their anti-doping policy. The league's investigation, conducted alongside 2 separate testing agencies, proved that Reese had knowingly used performance-enhancing drugs multiple times and had failed to disclose the substances she was taking. According to the statement, the substances found in her system were not common supplements. They were serious recovery and muscle-building drugs, banned under both WNBA and WADA guidelines. A top medical officer explained that these drugs gave unfair physical advantages and posed long-term health risks. Reese's legal team tried to claim it was all a misunderstanding, blaming over-the-counter vitamins and mislabeling, but the league wasn't buying it. "Our testing is precise and thorough," the statement said. There was no mistake. The result? An indefinite ban from WNBA play and a complete revocation of her league privileges. Her team's front office released a follow-up note saying they were deeply disappointed and shocked by the extent of the violation. Angel Reese wasn't just suspended, she was erased. The decision sent a message to every other player: no one is above the rules, not even a media star. And the contrast couldn't have been clearer. While Reese was getting banned for cheating, Caitlin Clark was breaking records the honest way, with talent, work, and integrity. While Angel Reese was busy pointing fingers, Caitlin Clark's legal team was dropping evidence that completely dismantled every lie Reese had told. They didn't yell, they didn't whine, and they didn't accuse. They proved. Documents surfaced showing Clark had passed every drug test without issue, had submitted every supplement list on time, and had never once failed to cooperate with league requirements. But that wasn't the most shocking part. Text messages leaked from inside Reese's own camp showed her admitting that she took substances to keep up with the hype, and complaining that Clark's clean image was making her look bad. One message, allegedly sent to a private trainer, said, "If I don't do this, Clark's gonna bury me." And just like that, the entire narrative flipped. Reese had always painted Clark as the villain, accusing her of being the league's favorite, calling her protected and claiming bias. But the truth was that Reese knew she couldn't compete, and instead of working harder, she cheated. Clark's legal team released a single calm statement: "The facts speak for themselves." Sports media outlets quickly picked up the story and began shifting their tone. The supposed rivalry was no longer 2 equals, it was one star rising on merit and one fraud exposed by the truth. The damage to Reese's credibility was permanent. Caitlin Clark didn't need revenge, she had the truth on her side, and the documents to prove it. By now, the backlash against Angel Reese had turned into a tidal wave. Every brand that had once stood by her name had pulled out. Not paused, not delayed, gone. Her fashion deals were gone, her commercials were pulled, social media campaigns featuring her image were deleted with no explanation. Even community organizations that had invited her to speak quietly rescinded offers. Sports agencies that once bragged about signing her began removing her from their websites. Meanwhile, public support was crashing just as hard. Reese's comment sections were filled with angry fans demanding answers. Sports radio stations that once hyped her up now called her a cautionary tale. Her agent, who had once negotiated six-figure endorsement deals, now had to go silent. No one wanted to touch the scandal. No one wanted to defend the cheater. The most painful part, the people who used to ride for her the hardest were now the ones turning their backs. A former college teammate refused to answer when asked about Reese's situation. Another said off record, "We all saw it coming." And while all of this unfolded, Caitlin Clark just kept rising. New endorsements, bigger fan base, more respect. She didn't even mention Reese, not once. And that silence hurt more than any tweet. It said everything. The real difference between the two wasn't just in the drug tests or the scandals, it was in how they carried themselves. While Angel Reese was spinning out of control, Caitlin Clark never wavered. She kept her head down and stayed on the court, focused on her team and her goals. She didn't jump into the drama. She didn't respond to the lies. And she definitely didn't stoop to Reese's level. She let the facts come out, and when they did, they told a story louder than any press conference ever could. Coaches, players, and fans began praising her maturity and calling her a true role model for the next generation of athletes. Brands that had dropped Reese started lining up behind Clark. Her merch sales spiked. She was featured in national interviews. Everyone saw the same thing. Caitlin Clark was the real deal. Clean, strong, professional. The way she handled the situation made her stand out even more. She didn't have to tear anyone down. She just had to be herself. And while Angel Reese scrambled to explain away her mess, Caitlin Clark just kept proving why she was everything the league needed, and everything Reese pretended to be. And now the final chapter has been written. Angel Reese has lost it all. Her career, her endorsements, her reputation. She started this war trying to take down Caitlin Clark, but in the end, she destroyed herself. The steroids were the match, the lies were the gasoline, and the meltdown was the fire. Everything she built was fake. The confidence, the trash talk, the fame. It was all a mask hiding the truth. And once that mask slipped, there was no saving her. No apology will fix it, no PR team can clean this up. What's done is done. Stephen A. Smith said it best. She wanted to be the villain. Well, congratulations, now she is. But villains don't get parades, they get punished. And Reese got exactly what she earned. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark walks forward without even turning around. She didn't destroy Reese, Reese did that all by herself. And now the whole world sees the truth. One woman rose with hard work, the other fell with lies, and in the end, only one name will be remembered for greatness: Caitlin Clark.